there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Hancock-Whitney Stadium in Mobile, home to the South Alabama Jaguars. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Alabama Jaguars. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. The Trojans will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So South Alabama's offense will take the field first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Looking downfield, it's Davenport. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. The Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So Troy's offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Complete to the right. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Trojans have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Handoff to the single running back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. And it's It's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about.
Offside, defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They march 72 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking downfield, it's Davenport. That's caught. It's Jenkins.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Jaguars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. They'll run play action. He lets it fly. He's got it along the sideline. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. On the move. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Finds the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle, it's Thomas. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a 1st down, and they have to show some urgency here.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle. It's Meadows. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They'll run this play from the pistol. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Got it behind the line. It's Connor. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Troy!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 4 over Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Soft spot in the middle. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Wants to pass. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw. It's Davenport. Still looking. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so his first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He'll keep it on the sneak. They pick up that first down easily. You wonder sometimes if you're 2-down territory there and you take a shot on third and run it on fourth, but they opt to just move the chains here.
Man, I laugh now watching quarterback sneaks. It looks a lot less fun than back in my day when I played. Because not only are you getting hit from the front now if you're a quarterback, but you've got your own guys running into your back now as well. We see these push plays more and more often today in college football. No fun.
Caught in the backfield, it's Schwartz. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Pulls it in, it's Higgins. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The sure hands, it's Taylor. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Troy is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. The play action fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Trying to impose their will with the run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Looking for room, it's Meadows. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Trying play action. Rushes on him. Grab near the marker. It's Connor. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Handoff from the gun. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
21, South Alabama.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The Jaguars headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Davenport. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's Bullock. Turning it on! And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Wants to throw again. Here's a heat. And here's the third interception of the night. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Goose egg, and this should be a game ball for the defensive coordinator. They have been lights out all game long, stopping the run, stopping the passing attack. They come up with a big interception to really put a stamp on this shutout late.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stings. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival, it's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week. Let's start